The Rizzuto Show.
Well, we got a full studio for this Friday. We got Jake and Kelly here, who have won the right to be in here. Thank you for your donation to St. Jude's. It was worth it. What a great charity. And the co-funniest person in St. Louis, because Jeff is the...
Thank you.
Also up there.
Sorry, Rafe.
Tied for number one.
Sorry, man.
Rafe Williams is here.
What's up, everybody? It's a title I'm happy to share.
Thank you, man.
With Jeff, yes. How you been, man? It's been a while.
Man, I've been good. Yeah, I haven't seen you since you crushed opening for Soder.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I did a little stand-up.
You get
comedy
to leave.
back in the day.
You get to leave. We got to stay here with this.
I gotta give him credit, man. He did pretty good.
Thank you.
I was genuinely impressed.
That means a lot.
Because I was like, this could go horribly, horribly bad for you.
Yes.
And I love you, and I was just trying to be supportive, and I'm like, I think he can do it. And he went out there, and he really did. You destroyed, man.
You could tell I was very nervous.
Yeah, I've never seen you in that. You're so comfortable here.
Yeah.
And this is my home.
I feel like I had the fish in the boat.
I could
like,
tell how nervous you were because I hadn't seen you do that much blow in quite a while.
Yeah, man.
So I mean,
that's the secret to success.
Are we back? So did you listen to anything and as you were going on, go, oh, you should have done this, or you should have done that, like critique him a little bit or anything?
Not
I
really,
retired,
man.
so
I'm
never doing it again.
Doesn't matter.
I've retired.
Yeah, I didn't really. There was no point. Might as well have been improv. Once it's out there, it's out there. But he did really well.
Let me just paint the picture for you. So, I mean, Dan Soder, I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge fan of yours. And so, Helium Comedy Club, sold out show. Were you guys there?
I couldn't make it.
Forget you guys.
Get out.
So it was a sold out show, and was taken back to the green room, where the comics kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Prior to going on the stage. I'm thinking everybody's going to be joking around. It's comics in a room, loose. Nah, it's all business.
Quiet before the storm, baby.
It's all business. There's basically a couch, 2 chairs, and a coffee pot and a bathroom, but not really a door.
Yeah, like a sliding door.
I
always go in there and drop one before the other comedians get there because that's a power move. I put my musk in the green room before anybody else gets there.
I'm here. How you doing?
Oh, I guess Rafe's here.
Oh, what is that? I don't know. That's called being the funniest person in St. Louis. That's what that is.
Hey, I wonder if Rafe's... Oh, yep, he's here. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Rafe's here. So I'm back, and I'm nervously cracking kind of jokes, like talking and not shutting up. And I could tell that you guys dude, shut your face. This is work time.
Yeah, well, that was in your head a little bit, too. I think also, Dan got it. No one told him. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I think Dan's mad. And I'm like, man, he loves you. He loved doing your show.
Yeah, but we had Dan on that day, and he was great.
Yeah.
He was great. So I remember the girl who opened the show, was the MC that night, was sitting on the couch writing notes on her hand.
Yeah.
She was writing notes on her hand. I guess, the cheat sheet on her hand. My whole thing was I did not want to forget the routine. I had practiced it in my bathroom, holding a hairbrush.
It's a good method.
With a timer. I had to do 5 minutes, and I had it down to 5 minutes exactly. And when you're out there by yourself, you have a tendency, and Rafe, you could attest to this. If you're by yourself, you have a tendency to want to fill up every piece of silence.
Right.
So you speed. You speed through everything.
Yeah.
Typically.
So I was afraid of going really fast.
Nah, you did good, man.
Well, thank you.
Kept that good.
Thank you.
Plus, it was finally time you could just let loose.
Yeah. You missed it. Honestly, 5 minutes before he walked back there to start getting ready, some female came up to him and goes, hey, we listen every day. I hope you fail.
That's nice.
And then he called her the C word and then walked back there.
True story. She was joking around, but...
No censorship bureau at Helium Comedy Club.
There was some seriousness there.
I know there were a lot of people there to watch me fail.
Oh, yeah. She goes, honestly, I can't wait. I hope you fail.
Well, it was all fun, and it was a punishment, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you've heard about our punishment that's happening tonight with King Scott. So the way that I'm thinking that you've handled this, talking about your sold-out show and you're a comedian and you're a stand-up guy and all this kind of stuff, I guess after this, Scott made a great point. I guess he's a professional dancer.
He's an exotic
He's going to sell out Scarlett's Cabaret.
But my thing, I took it so seriously, I knew it was a punishment.
There was a power outage one night, and I drove past Scarlett's Cabaret, and it just said Scar. And I was like, no, there is some truth in advertising right there.
See, I wanted to take it seriously because stand-up is something I've always wanted to do. So I figure I'm forced to go on the stage.
Right.
Not that what you do was a punishment, but it's something I've never had the balls to get up and
It's
do.
a punishment for somebody who has never done it, yeah.
And trust me, I was punished and tortured.
It's a punishment for those in the business, too.
Punished and tortured leading up to that event. So as I'm waiting in the wings, waiting for the opener to get off the stage, I got a drink in my hand, and a calm came over me. And I heard my name. I walked out on stage. I said to myself, what the hell do I do with my hands? I didn't think about that. What do I do with my hands?
That's how I feel in TV interviews when I don't have a mic to hold.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, what do you do with your... I mean, you put it in your pockets.
Yeah.
So I took the microphone off the stand, and I put my left arm on top of the microphone stand and just leaned and just told stories.
Yeah.
And I elevated, I lifted out of my body, and I saw myself from above. And then I saw the light come on. And I came back down. What happened? Did I do it? How'd I do?
The good Lord took me aside and said, "You are the best and funniest man I've ever seen."
And as I'm leaving the stage to thunderous applause, I said, this is it. I have officially retired. I'm going out on top.
Well, that's the way to do it.
That is it.
The rest of us just keep beating our head against the wall.
Right, keep going. Keep going, Rafe.
Do you ever wonder? Do you ever sit back and think, how would that set have done in front of people that weren't there for the punishment? Like, do you wonder that at all?
Like if it was just a random...
Like if it was just
let's
hey,
say-
Rafe has a show on Friday, you were opening.
Yeah.
No, let's say, Rafe's got a show in Omaha, and he goes, hey, Riz, why don't you come and open for me?
Yeah. Do you
I thought
think?
I was going to get the Omaha gig.
Does
They
it
would
run?
have crushed.
You think so?
Of course it would have. It's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very funny.
You're
I know it's a
definitely-
bigger studio.
I'll tell you
but
what, he
Jesus,
has the
your head.
self-delusion to be a comedian, that's for sure.
His headphones just
You have
snapped
all the
off.
qualities of a
Thank
comic.
you. Thank you. I'm going to
Delusions of grandeur, megalomania.
Narcissist.
Then if the audience doesn't laugh, you're like, it's a crappy audience.
Yeah, I blame them.
Yeah,
funny.
what's
It's
you
always
do?
somebody
You guys just
else's
come
fault.
from a funeral? You just attack them?
So Rafe is at Helium tonight.
Yeah.
10 o'clock show. So I guess John Lovitz was here yesterday.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. I did a show with him in Buffalo. Good guy.
He
like
was
his dog.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, he's great.
I mean, come on, SNL, all those characters, and his stuff in the Adam Sandler movies. I mean, the guy's a legend. And I guess he doesn't do a late show on Friday night. That's
No late show. I'd rather sell out than sell a few tickets. What kind of... When I work with him, he goes, what do? Trump stuff? Don't do it. It's for me. And I was like, all right. He goes, you doing any sex stuff? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I talk about like being a sexy grandpa. He's like, I'll allow it.
and he does it in the John Lovitz voice. I mean, it's fantastic.
So funny. And then he's super cool guy. He's just like that first night, man. He likes to control what's like. He's been around a while. He's entitled to that.
He's also a lot of facial expressions. Like that's a lot of his comedy.
Yeah.
Which I tried to do a little interview with him prior to. We did the Freak of the Week with him too yesterday, which he loved. But trying to kind of get stuff out of him, I had so many questions.
Yeah.
For him, and he was a tough guy to kind of crack.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I think if I would have had another 10 minutes with him, just straight interview,
he would have been dancing.
Yeah.
It would have been all right.
Yeah, he was just slow play on the uptake is all it was. When you would ask him something, he would kind of, he didn't realize radio's got to be moving a little quicker than that, That's what
He
I'll
was
tell him when
great.
I see him this way. I'll go give him some advice.
He was so nice.
Real nice guy. I love his
so
dog,
nice.
Jerry. He's
Super
cool.
His dog's name is Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Of
awesome.
course it is.
I spent a lot of time with his dog. He's like a comfort animal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
he's
when
got
I
a
was in
comfort
Buffalo,
animal, huh?
like I spent hours a night, just me and Jerry chilling in the green room because it's a 2-person show. So I'm just in the green room by myself with this little half Chihuahua, half pug.
Yeah.
That's like, bruh, I'm about to lay on you for an hour. I'm like,
the
all
dog
right.
was wearing a jacket, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a little cardigan. He goes
Yeah.
all in.
Dog was wearing a jacket.
Yeah, and a monocle.
And you know what? I'm imagining John Lovitz having a dog with a jacket. That fits.
Yeah.
That fits for him.
Yeah. I almost didn't make it here today, man. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware. It's not this building's fault, but there are a lot of buildings that just said, I'm going to have the same name as your building and
Oh,
add a
City Place.
number to it.
Yeah, City Place, yeah.
My way, eventually Waze was just like, I don't know, man.
It's around here somewhere.
Just pull in somewhere. Stop being an idiot.
Try Google
It's around here somewhere. Well,
Start
you like the
opening
new
doors.
place? It's nice.
It's beautiful. I love it. It's great, man.
a lot of room.
I love the
Spread
window.
out. Yeah, you guys like they don't have you all cooped up. Like
No,
it's
it's
like
great.
a casino in here.
I feel like I'm finally myself.
Yeah. Plus, it's like St. Louis traffic, man. I feel like everyone in St. Louis is Bruce Willis's character from Unbreakable. Like water is the thing. And I'm like, I've never seen a city where it's just like water. We're all going to die. I was just like, I put in Waze, and it was just like a question mark came up. It was like, just walk, man. Like, just cut through this field, leave your car, like, what's his name, and Falling Down, and just walk to the radio
Michael
station.
Douglas.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, just leave it. Yeah, just leave your car just where it is.
Leave it.
It's
He'll
fine.
still be there when the interview's over.
It's fine. So you got Helium tonight at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Also, I saw you. I didn't hear what you were saying. You were on my screen here in the studio.
Yeah.
You were on with Fox 2 yesterday talking about LouFest, and I
Yep.
believe they had you like labeled as the founder of LouFest.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh,
Or
dude,
talk
that's
to you
gotta be
as
That's
really
amazing,
lucrative.
Well, man, you know
I thought
what?
it was other people.
Label for the job you want, not the job you have. That's what I say.
I mean, you were certainly not. I mean, I don't know for sure, but are you the founder of LouFest?
Well, you know, I'm pretty humble. I'm a lot like Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put my name on stuff, but like, no, of course I'm not the founder of LouFest. I would not. If I were the founder of LouFest, I wouldn't have just done a weekend in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Looney Bin, where it's $2 chuckle night,
$2 chocolate night.
which was actually pretty fun. I had a good time.
I will. I am for sure that this is the first year that LouFest is going to have comics.
Yeah, this is it's about time, by the way. Founder of LouFest, whoever you really are. I'm apparently Bruce Wayne. There's some secret Batman that is the founder of LouFest,
Listen,
according to Fox 2.
I've never been to Bonnaroo, but Bonnaroo has
Yeah.
a huge like comedy thing along with. Have you guys been to Bonnaroo ever? That's in what, Tennessee?
Yeah, the Bonnaroo one is the only air-conditioned tent at the festival.
Is it?
Is the comedy. So it's like, it's just like people walking in the middle of a comedian set to get like 5 minutes of cold air.
So
and
is
like,
it-
everything's out of context and then they leave. So it's just
I
like an
didn't
audience
find him
seeing,
funny at all.
seeing like 5 minutes of your act as they revolve through to go see the Head and the Heart on some other stage.
Is there a specific comedy stage at LouFest? Or
Yeah.
is it just intermixed?
Yeah, no, there's going to be like Schlafly sponsoring a comedy stage, like right by the Brewfest tent. Good placement. We're right by where everybody's going to be
perfect.
getting hammered drunk.
Don't comics love that when
Yeah,
people
drunk.
hammered
Yeah.
people just watch and you know.
Well, you know
they also
what,
love when you yell out things to comics.
Yeah, it'll be great. That's what I told him. I'm like, this could be. I'm so happy that it's happening. I have no idea how it's going to go, but it's like 3:00 in the afternoon, which works in our benefit because people won't be completely wrecked yet, hopefully, and we don't have to compete with like, you know, I don't want to go up.
Robert Plant.
Right, but I put opened for Michael McDonald on my comedian bio immediately.
You could now.
Absolutely.
Immediately. I don't care how
could now.
confusing it is to
Yeah.
bookers.
Oh, that's right. Michael McDonald is playing. Yeah, Robert. You could say you open up for Robert Plant.
Not in love anymore.
You got to change your entire act, though. The whole production, your lights, your lasers, all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's a daytime show.
See, like
it's true.
Bonnaroo, I
Lasers.
mean, at Bonnaroo, it's such a big comedy thing down
Right.
there. I mean, they get like, you know, like Bill Burr, the big guys. And we got Rafe Williams here in St. Louis,
Yeah,
which is
that's-
great.
That is. That's,
What can I say, man? You'll love me one day.
I love you now. I love you now. Funniest guy in St. Louis right here
I
is Rafe
agree.
Williams.
The people of St. Louis voted that.
One of the dudes at Fox 2 was telling me, one of the anchors dated Kate Capshaw in high school. I guess she's from here.
Kate Capshaw, who's married to Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, and I go, man, how's that make you feel? Because I know there was a point when you got into television, you're like, all my ex-girlfriends are going to see what's up when they see me on Fox 2 News in St. Louis. Let's see what old Kate's up to. Like, oh, she's married to Steven Spielberg. She doesn't care about you. Like, you thought you were going to get revenge on all your exes, and
Talk
one of
about
them
taking
like
the
hooked
wind out
up
of your sails.
big time. He's like, yeah, we keep in touch. He told me this story. He goes, yeah, we keep in touch. And I called her, and she calls him Steven. And I was like, what are you and Steven up to for the holidays? She goes, oh, Steven's taking my whole family on a cruise. And I said, what cruise line? And he's like, there was a pause. And she's like, Steven has his own boat. I was like, yeah, how'd that feel, man?
Steven's got the boat where you take a helicopter out to it. His helicopter.
How'd that feel? You got that Fox 2 money where you're like, which one, Carnival?
I did Carnival and didn't even use a Groupon.
That's right.
Now I got to do a live shot at QT about the rising gas prices.
Come on, where the whole family's going to meet up on the Lido deck, for shuffleboard. Steven's boat. If that's true, huh? Somebody dated Kate Capshaw. She's
Crazy.
from here?
Apparently, she grew up here. Her maiden name was Nail, Kate Nail.
Huh.
Found out a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
When people think you're the founder of LouFest, they tell you things. Okay? I found out what it's like, life on the other side. I lived it. I was like, it was my maiden Manhattan moment,
Boy,
okay?
Doors opened for you yesterday, briefly.
Oh, man.
Briefly, you had the key.
Yeah.
The key
That's
to everything.
right,
They
I
took it
did.
away once they found out, you were not the founder of LouFest. But you had a glimpse of real fame for a moment there
Yeah.
yesterday.
The anchor gave me your number. Then when she found out, she's like, tear that up. It made me tear it up in front of her, and then she set it on fire.
All right, go see Rafe tonight over at Helium.
Yeah, I'm
And,
filming it. Come out,
Oh,
please.
you really? For what?
I have an opportunity. I'm going to submit for Comedy Central half hour this year.
Wow.
I found out last week. Submitting and getting it's a pretty huge leap, but I'm hoping that I can get enough people out tonight and
Oh, please.
got the audience mic'd and filming it. So you'll live on in perpetuity in the
Yeah.
Comedy Central studios when I send it into them. So come
So
out.
you got the A material tonight, huh?
We're gonna go for it. Yeah, let's just hope I can get enough people in there. I kind of found out about it
Oh,
short
you
notice,
will.
so
You will.
You're Rafe
I'm
Williams.
gonna jam them in. I'm just gonna get everybody coming out of the 8 o'clock Lovitz show.
Please stay.
Be like, get back in there! I'll give you free tickets to LouFest. I'm the founder.
LouFest. Ever
Please
heard of
stay.
it?
Please stay, guys.
After the show, I just hand out cocktail napkins with "sorry" written on it.
All right, while you're here, let's do some news. Here's what's happening.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Club Fitness.
We kind of talked about this the other day. If you were once a child, and you were, this little piggy.
Mm-hmm.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had more. And then this little piggy cried wee wee all the way home. You know that one?
Sure.
But you probably never thought about what that truly means, like what that nursery rhyme is. So a lot of adults are in shock now. And again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. A lot of adults are in shock now after a tweet about the true meaning of that little thing went viral. A woman named Samantha tweeted, quote, "I just realized that this little piggy went to the market doesn't mean he went food shopping." And she's right. Oh, sorry about that. It means that he went to the market to be slaughtered
Yeah,
and
bye.
eaten. Did you know that?
I did
And now
not know
people's
that.
minds are blown.
Can understand. Mine is.
A lot of those old nursery rhymes have like really deep, dark, disgusting meanings to them.
Yep. I told you about that podcast Tales that
Mm-hmm.
just goes into all the Disney movie fairy tale stuff, and it tells you the origin stories, and they're all gnarly. They
Yeah.
all start with a warning: "This is not for children."
Yeah, all these, medieval times kind of what Ring Around the Rosie's about, the plague.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Keep telling the kids that stuff. That's good.
Yeah,
Nightmares
good times.
forever. Who knew you were literally radiating money or irradiating with a lack of money? Because a new study found that women can make a surprisingly accurate prediction of how rich a guy is just by looking at him for a few seconds.
Well, yeah.
You look at his jacket and his shoes, and you go,
Belt
"All
and shoes
right."
don't match. Guess what? Pretty sure he's a day laborer.
But men don't have that same ability.
We don't care.
I was going to say, or we don't care. One of the two.
But here's how women do it. And there was actually research behind this. The researchers found the women can tell by how attractive the guy is, how his skin looks, and what they see in his eyes. So a lot of that could come from money leading to more confidence and better diet and better lifestyle overall. And the dollar signs in his eyes. Yes, there's that.
Yeah.
Like I got into a little thing with a guy at the Hot Shots in Webster Groves last night. A guy wanted to fight me, and I could tell he did not have a lot of money.
No.
Someone tried to fight you last night at Hot Shots?
Yes. It could be the ratty shirt
Could have been.
or the lack of dental hygiene. That
That's
was
very possible.
Yeah.
Or the fact that it was 8 o'clock on a Thursday night and he's yelling F-bombs at you in the middle of a Hot Shots.
yeah, wanted to fight me at the Hot Shots. That could be.
Yeah, I
Could
almost
be
got in
as
a
well.
fight at the casino last night. That's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Some dude came to the roulette table, and I'm pretty sure he tried to bet a Walgreens coupon. He just put like a Walgreens coupon on red. I'm like,
This is
dude,
balanced rewards.
I don't think it works like that, man. I go, did you just bet a Walgreens coupon? He's like, who are you? I'll kill you. And I'm like, oh my God. This guy's trying. Does someone need an operation in your family? What's
Is
happening?
Kohl's
right now?
cash good here?
If he answered, "Who are you? I'll kill you," the answer was yes.
It
He
was so
he's answering
funny.
Yes.
And like you get quite a mixed bag down at Lumiere. I don't know if they're a sponsor or not. Had a great time. It was like gambling inside of a cigarette.
By the time I'm done saying this sentence, your brain will have tried to make you focus on like 24 other things. So thanks a lot, brain. According to a new study at a Princeton University, your brain tries changing what you're focusing on 4 times every second. So it really does take a ton of concentration to do pretty much anything, especially anything that's kind of boring. And the researchers say it's an evolutionary biology thing. Our brains had to constantly look out for danger, so they're naturally unfocused and wild.
Yeah.
So at least it's not like totally your fault you have a bad attention span. But it's science.
So people with ADHD are biologically tuned to look out. Look out.
It sounds a lot cooler than it is, though. Like it's implying that you're thinking about something different every 4 seconds. It's probably 3 things. Like you're probably just like, boobs, food, boobs, food, boobs, food.
Or boobs food.
Yeah, or at least men for sure.
And then every once in a while, money.
Yeah.
I'm broke. Boobs.
Yeah,
Food,
that's about
boobs,
it.
Boobs.
And finally, now that the summer break is over for the kids, and your kids are somebody else's problems 5 days a week, again, let's talk about how we'd want their summers to go into the future. A new study asked, or a new survey asked parents about how long they think summer break should be. And believe it or not, the most popular answer was it should be longer. 41% of parents say it should be at least 3 months. And another 28% said it should definitely be over 2. How long does a kid's break?
From the beginning or middle of May until the end of August? Middle of August?
Yeah, it's like 105
I mean,
days.
about 2 months, a little over 2 months.
105 days. That's like over 3 months, Jeff.
Yeah.
I think there was collusion in the poll.
I'm trying to think. There was a kids cartoon that it started with our summer break is 100 and something days. What was it? Phineas and Ferb. Yeah. And they said how many days a summer break was. That's where I got the 100 and something. Maybe the cartoon
I think it's
was
too
wrong.
long.
That's probably about right if you do mid-May to roughly early to mid-August.
Right.
But I agree, that's too long.
I just typed in how long is summer break, and it says the start of summer vacation for most American middle schools and high schools starts on June 20th, ends August 31st. It turns out to be 10 months and 10 days. That's the average.
10 months.
That's
Or
the
2
school
months
year.
and 10 days.
Huh.
No, that's the summer vacation. 2 months and 10 days.
Now, on the other side of things, 5% of parents think 1 month is plenty. And 13% say we should just abolish summer vacation altogether.
Yeah.
Here, here.
Yeah.
It said the song goes that there's 104 days of summer vacation.
I think it's just about 2 weeks too long. At least at the Riz house, because man,
Yeah.
it got bad there at the end.
That last couple of weeks, they were actually in a tent in the backyard.
Yeah,
right?
we set up a tent.
And not even your backyard. It was somebody else's.
No, it was a crazy summer break for the kids.
I think all the people that responded longer were just teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
right.
accidentally got the poll. I'm like, maybe a little longer.
Or some crafty 13-year-old hacked into the system.
Yeah.
Changed it all up.
We tried to get all cutesy this year
Zach
and send the
Morris.
kids away to a sleepaway camp for a week. They hated it. Hated it.
By the way, it says here that the creator of Phineas and Ferb, where they say 104 days of summer vacation, the reason it's 104, because when he created the show, he thought there were going to be 52 episodes like most Disney Channel shows were. There were 2 bits per episode.
Right.
104. So that's why he picked 104.
So you're saying Phineas and Ferb is not accurate?
It's also a cartoon. as
Right.
well. So,
So what
It's a
you're
good
saying,
one, though.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Is that filed on the internet under research that didn't need to be done?
Yep. Yes.
Dude, there's a whole feed. There's a whole feed.
That's what this
I'm
whole
sure
show
there's a
is.
Reddit.
That's what this whole show is. Things we didn't need to know.
Guys, please, I need you to answer this question for me immediately. I need to know why Phineas and Ferb get 104 days of summer vacation. It's something that's been eating me up forever. Please advise. That was
There it
how the
is.
question was posed.
I'm hanging on by a thread. Please respond soon.
All right,
Oh,
Jeff
here's
Scott Shira, what?
The third response is because it's a cartoon, you idiot. That's what it is.
All right,
Rafe
Jeff Scott
Williams.
Shira, your crap on celebrities after the break. All right, home stretch, folks. Real quick wrap on. Yeah, maybe like one or two stories there, Jeff.
All right.
Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
It's brought to you by Amco Ranger Termite and Pest Solution, protecting people and property from pests for over 50 years. Found out the list of performers that's going to be at Aretha Franklin's funeral.
Rafe Williams doing comedy there, huh?
That is
That's
pretty
right.
He's
cool,
the
man.
founder of Aretha Franklin's funeral. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
19 in all. One of them is Stevie Wonder. And this is the whole reason why I bring this up. Stevie Wonder, who cannot see,
Uh-huh.
does he go up to the casket? And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
if you
he does.
can't
He does.
see, do you go up and just kind of...
Yeah,
I
he,
bet
he
Dan
feels her
there-
face, and then he turns to the audience and goes, "It's her."
Oh, boy.
To confirm.
I bet he does. I bet they put him in a position where they go, listen, you will turn to your left, walk straight.
No, they have somebody
it-
take him by his arm and walk him up
Or,
there.
or like a family member,
Yeah,
somebody from Aretha's family.
Because he can't see her.
I find it crazy that she had no will.
yeah.
Yeah, none
Like, she had
whatsoever.
no will.
And what was it, $80 million or something?
$80 million,
she left
and she
behind?
has, what, 5 kids?
Yeah, and they've all already run to court and said, no, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine.
She didn't have that worked out before?
Stevie Wonder's in the parking lot crying next to a Corolla. It's not the casket, Stevie. We're still outside.
Oh my goodness.
Do you guys know the name?
He's like, "I'll be in the car," and he just climbs in the
lot of
coffin and slams the lid.
Oh, it's a convertible.
But I'll put this tanning bed here. Trying to be somber.
She looks great. That's a Corolla. All right, so do you guys know the name Shantae Harris?
Oh, yeah. No.
Do you remember the rapper Da Brat?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they're both the same people, and they both just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, revealing that she is well over $7 million in debt.
I was wondering what DeBrat's been doing.
She's been on a morning show. Getting
DeBrat?
paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley morning show. She's like the co-host, which I'm sure she's getting paid a decent amount of money on that show.
Was this
Well-
like former tax stuff, probably?
Some of it does. Liabilities reportedly include $6.4 million judgment against her by a former cheerleader who says the rapper allegedly struck her in the head with a bottle during a nightclub brawl in 2007.
I heard she also was a big investor in Beanie Babies.
And the
She
Zoom
put all her money in Beanie Babies, and it went, that market dropped out real quick.
You wait
And-
that out, though.
people that have signed record deals before can probably feel this. She owes Sony Music $1.25 million.
Whoa, owes them money?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Ooh,
That's how
Yes,
good her
boy.
make
music
some money
was.
back from
How'd
them,
you
right?
do that?
Yeah. She
Yikes.
does claim to have $108,765 in assets, which includes a 99 Mercedes valued at $5,000, a 2014 BMW 328i that's valued at $15,000, and a 2016 Jeep Wrangler, $23,000. So she's owed somebody almost $5 million for 11 years, yet she went out in 2016 and bought a Jeep Wrangler. Her income, $9,300 a month, but she does have a job, and it's not, well, maybe it is in radio, but she's also on that So Def 25th anniversary tour, so hopefully she's going to be getting paid about $7 million for that.
You know, I don't know if Jeep Wrangler's your strongest argument for someone having millions of dollars to pay back. Like, well, they clearly have $8 million. They bought a 2016 Jeep Wrangler. You sound like my neighbor. You sound like Jerry up at Pat's Bar and Grill. Like, I know she's got it.
She's hiding
Is that new Wrangler in the parking lot?
Yeah, who's that? Wall Street.
Probably got a full tank of gas.
Occupy that.
Here are some celebrities that are celebrating birthdays over the weekend. Dave Chappelle, 45. Cal Ripken Jr. is 58. Billy Ray Cyrus is 57. Tim Burton is 60. Today's Burton birthday of the day. He's a badass. He was once Bond. He escaped from The Rock. Sean Connery, 88 years young. And today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Ashley Nicole. Today's birthday girls had more men on top of her than a running back at the bottom of a pile-up in 93 fine films, including The Wild Wild Chest, Three Men and a Hooker, Things That Go Hump in the Night, Edward Penis Hands, and who could forget her unforgettable role in Shake Well Before Using. Ashley Nicole, 52 years old. That's your porno birthday, crabby birthday, and that is your crab on celebrities.
All right, we'll take one final break.
Edward Penis Hands, not a bad movie, by the way. I've actually seen that one.
Wild Wild Chest, better than Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
We need a robot spider.
Fetch me the one they call Fandango.
Yes, sir.